Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of Mocktail Minutes. This is Bailey.
And this is Brianna.
This week, I am doing a Olipop, the orange cream. Actually, I think I have done one of these recently. Oh, no, I just did the cream soda, I think, the last time. But
Yeah.
yeah, orange cream is a good go-to.
I'm doing Cure the watermelon flavor.
Oh, nice.
Just
Can't
put
do the
some,
watermelon. Not my fave.
I'm just like really, this is my brand now. I decided
Yes.
watermelon. I'm doubling down.
Perfect. Yes.
Uh,
This week, we're talking about what should we call this episode? Using technology for good.
yeah.
I feel
Using,
like
using,
using your phone for
yeah.
good or pick your phone up because it's going to be a little bit wild. I mean, we're always saying like put your phone down.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
going to call this pick your phone up.
Yeah. Use your phone wisely. I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah. Use your phone for good. Maybe that.
Yeah. But we're going to be talking about how or like different ways you can utilize your phone, your technology that you have in your hand, in your pocket, within a foot from you, pretty much at all times of day. Because, like I said, we're usually saying, like, okay, especially before bed, like, we need to put our phone down, we need to put our phone down. But there are actually benefits to having these smartphones. It's all about, like, how you use it.
Hmm.
So, we're just going to go through a couple different ways that we use our phones just to, like, keep us on track or help us with our health goals in general, too.
Yeah. I'm going to go through like, I think the top ones that I use on my phone. I do Aura for
Yes.
sure. Aura, I do what is it called? I have a widget for it, but it's like a time blocking app.
Okay.
I'll put it in the show notes. I use Streaks for very minimal things because I'm really like, I like a good reward system, but if there's too much stuff, I just don't use it. So I've gotten very particular about what I use for that. I do
Okay.
like a chronometer. I plug things in there a lot to kind of just figure out like
Hmm.
macros of stuff, or if someone's like sending me something and they want to know, I use chronometer a lot. And then probably just like the Apple Health.
Okay.
I like the watch.
Yeah. I stopped wearing my Apple Watch. I thought about putting it back on, mainly
Hmm.
because I'm like, it's just nice because it was a little bit easier than having my phone all the time. So that way I'm not missing as many texts or calls, and I can also see what time of day it is. That was
Hmm.
helpful. But I'm like, I could also just get like a nice new watch.
Yeah.
But I do have my Apple Watch still.
I literally took like everything off the Apple Watch. I'm probably not using it even slightly to its extent, but I just have time when texts come through, calls, because I don't always have my phone, and like that's it. And then the
Mhm.
reminders to like, hey, you should probably get up
Oh,
in the
yeah,
news.
that's good.
But
Yeah.
everything else I took off because I would like get emails. I would get like all the things. This
Yes.
is overwhelming. Yeah.
Have you compared it to the Aura Ring? Like, are they pretty similar with sleep scores or steps or everything?
I feel like the sleep score and like your HRV very similar. I do see a big difference with the steps. I don't
Me
know if
too.
you see that too. Yeah, like my Aura Ring will always have much more steps than my Apple Watch,
Yes.
and I don't know if that's because like I use my hands or what it is, but it's like a pretty big difference.
Yes. So I noticed I had a bigger difference because like when the days that I use my walking pad. And so I
Hmm.
think it's because it's I don't think the watch was really counting the steps, but the Aura Ring is. And so
Hmm.
I was like, well, during the week when I'm using my walking pad for like 3 hours of the day, that's why my steps look a significant difference. So
Yeah.
I feel like the Aura Ring's more accurate with steps, honestly.
It definitely is for things like the walking pad because mine will not unless I'm like swinging my arm, my
Yeah.
watch. And I'm typing or like doing, I can't type with one
Hmm.
hand. That's not very efficient. I haven't compared it in a while to just like on a normal day,
Yeah.
like not using a walking pad or anything like that. I think I'm going to do that and see.
Yeah.
But I feel
Do
like for
that.
sleep scores, I think the Aura is way more in depth for sure, but like HRV, stuff like that, I feel like they're pretty comparable.
Okay.
But I don't like
Yeah,
wearing my watch when I sleep.
I don't think I've ever tracked my sleep with the Apple Watch, but I
Mhm.
mean, I feel like usually I'm having to charge it at night.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, no, maybe I'll try that out this next week.
And I've had people
Like,
like ask about the Oura Ring, what all it does. So this is where you can use data to kind of see, okay, what can I do about it? So, like some things that it shows your like how to optimize your recovery. So if you
Hmm.
see your readiness score is low, so like say your HRV is low, you have poor sleep, your RHR is elevated, you might decide, okay, to rest instead of like an intense workout that day, do kind of
Hmm.
like active recovery rather than just kind of push through. I think it helps with sleep habits because you can see what nights have a lower sleep quality, like less
Hmm.
deep sleep or more interruptions. And then you can experiment with like pre-bedtime routines, like what looks different, like change one thing. Okay, how do I sleep now? So it
Hmm.
helps there just bring that awareness and even stress awareness because so HRV drops and higher resting heart rate often correlates with stress or illness. So these warning signs can help you take a like stress reduction steps before you're
Hmm.
just like completely burnt out. It can also help, I mean, the cycle tracking. So that's what I do. I connect it to natural cycles. So someone asked me like, do you have to have both? I guess technically you don't have to have both, but the natural cycles, I like it because like depending on what your goals are, like if you're trying to get pregnant or not trying to get pregnant, I feel like the natural cycles app gives more information like for your cycle. And
Yeah.
it's like, hey, yeah, you're fertile this day, you're not fertile this day, and it's gonna give a better explanation at your cycle and kind of it just I think because it has more of a cycle focus, you just get more information on
Hmm.
that one.
Well, and I think that is the one that's FDA approved for
Yes.
like that, like family planning or whatever. So you do get more from it. And I know they link, which is nice. Like you can link it. And so it'll automatically put your temperature and stuff. You don't have to have the Oura Ring. You can take your temperature and put it in there. I forgot about cycle syncing. I use the Stardust app, but that's only because I've already
Oh
paid for it
yeah.
and I'm not trying to get pregnant or anything.
Yeah.
And I don't really have to like worry about not getting pregnant because Victor, I made him get snipped. But I like Stardust, but yeah, that's probably the other one too. Going back to the Aura Ring, adjusting your movement for the day, I actually really like that one because we talk about that a lot of like, okay, if you're not getting good sleep, like maybe don't do an intense workout or maybe don't do strength training. And I think sometimes that's hard to judge because we'll be like, I don't know, I just don't feel great. There's been plenty of times where I'm like, I'm tired. I probably shouldn't strength train today. Like I got bad sleep. And then I'll pull up the Aura Ring and it's like, your sleep score was 90. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. So then I'm like, okay, I actually would be totally fine to physically strength train today. This is
Yeah.
just like, you know,
It could actually probably help.
yeah. Or it does the opposite where it's like, hey, you're really stressed, like take it down a notch. And I think it gives you like permission to be like, oh, this is probably appropriate for what I need, you know?
It helps you be more intuitive, like what am I feeling, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Oura Ring is a popular one that I look at, and I guess in combination with that, the Night Natural Cycles app.
Hmm.
I would say, so you do like Chronometer. I like to use the Nutrition IX track app. I don't track my food every day, but I think utilizing apps like this every now and then can be a good check-in
Helpful.
on yourself.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what are we doing? Or sometimes like I'll pop in, I switch up lunch or breakfast. Like it's something I usually don't do. And so I just pop it in real quick. It takes me like 1 minute maybe. And
Hmm.
if I look at it, I'm like, oh, okay, I only have 8 grams of fiber and I need like 25. It brings, okay, let's throw some peanut butter on. Let's get an avocado, like add a little bit of
Hmm.
something. So it just helps to make sure I'm eating enough. And like I
Yeah.
said, not every day. It's just
Yeah.
using it as needed or when I feel like,
Needed
okay, maybe this
awareness.
meal is a little bit off. So I
Yeah.
think that's helpful.
Do you have to
Other,
pay for Nutrition IX?
no.
Okay, see, that's why I like Chronometer because I feel like all the other ones are making you pay for it. So it's good to know.
Yeah, you don't have to unless so they have like a pro version and I can be your coach on it so I can see your data.
Mm.
But otherwise you can use it for free. It's really user friendly, which is what I love about it. It just stinks that like I can't see client data on it. Where
Yeah.
like my fitness pal, people just add me as a friend and I can see their data.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
helps.
Same. Yeah.
I would say the other things, like just your regular apps on your phone, like my calendar to some people looks insane, but I have 4 different calendars synced on there. They're all different colors. One that, I mean, obviously my work calendars, I have 2 separate work calendars because my work stuff is not normal 9 to 5.
Yep.
And so we have to have separate calendars and sync together. But I also have like a personal one just for me. And then I have one that Josh and I share.
Yeah.
So that way, if I put it in, it's also going to go on his calendar on his phone because you know how many times you're like, hey, we have to go do this. And then they're like, we get to
What do
that
you
day. What do
mean?
you mean?
What
We had this to do today. Yes, I
Girl,
told you this like
yep.
a month ago. And then I told you again like 2 weeks ago.
It
I'm like,
helps that like mental load. I think that's a huge one.
yes, like share
Calendar.
a calendar with your significant other. It has been so helpful, but it's also helpful. So, like, I mean, wedding is this week, so I had to schedule the marriage license, like, get an appointment to go pick it up. And instead of me having to like text him a million times while I'm on the phone with this lady,
Adds it to it.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, like I can see his schedule from my phone of like, here's where you definitely have to be somewhere for work, or like, here's your free time. So things like that are helpful, or things like with travel coming up, I can put all of our flight itinerary in that. Or when I traveled by myself, I put my flight information in there. So it's just nice. It's a great way to just
Yeah.
like communicate with other people without having to repeat yourself 9,000 times. And you just be like,
Yeah.
okay, go look at our calendar. This is what we're doing this weekend. This is what we have planned.
Yeah. And
That's
I
really helpful.
will, like, I tell people to put their self on their calendar. I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, put all these appointments, scheduling your workouts, when you're going to go
Yes.
grocery
Schedule your
shopping.
workout.
If you are like having a trouble, like meal prepping, find the time, put it on there. That's the structured app. That's what it is. That's the time blocking one. So I'll
Okay.
like kind of, you can pay for that and it'll sync all that together. I should do it. I don't. I just go in and I manually do everything. I should probably sync them because it is so helpful. But that's like where it's like, oh, I'm finding time. These are the things I really want to do. These are my goals this week. Like, let me put it in. And then, yeah, sharing it because I think that's a big one to like take that mental load off. The other thing I would say is like alarms. I have so many alarms on my phone. Reminders, alarms, like if you're having a hard time taking your supplements or like remembering you need to do something or like packing your lunch, like putting those reminders so that you start to like form habits and just like, oh yeah, at this time every night I do this.
Hmm.
Do it.
I also like the reminders because like I'll be driving like, oh yeah, tonight I need to like get this done. And so I can just like talk into my phone and be like, hey, remind me at this time to do this. And so that's really nice because it'll pop up. Or like when there's certain bills that have to be paid, I have that as a reminder. Also, the Notes app. This is
Oh
like
yeah.
where like if you die and you go and look, if I die and you go and look at my notes, you're like, what?
What
Like,
was
yeah,
going
that's what
on?
my brain, like the amount of notes I have, wedding this, wedding this, wedding this, wedding this, but then groceries. So I do a lot of collaborative notes as well. So that's another
Hmm.
thing Josh and I share. We have a grocery list on there, but it also has our meal plan. So there's no question of what's for dinner. Like if we run out of something, you just put it on the grocery list. I don't
Yeah.
need you to tell me to get paper towels. Put it on the grocery list and I will see it when I go to the store. So that's been really helpful. Or even I'm a schedule person for Gannon.
Hmm.
So I have his schedule typed out on a note so that way whoever has him or is watching him or I change the schedule, I just have to share it with them. So notes, collaborating those, and I will also like put my workouts in there so I know what I'm doing because I
Hmm.
like it typed out rather than watching a video or
Oh yeah,
anything.
me too.
So
Yeah,
I do that. I save certain PDFs there. I so note section, like just save everything there.
I think so.
Yes. And then let's see, another app, Pinterest. So Pinterest and
Yeah.
ChatGPT is how I also meal plan. Pinterest, I just look up pictures and I'm like, okay, this looks nice. Here's
This
what it
looks
looks like
good.
it has in it. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't really know what all to put in it, but this just gives me a good idea. Let's say it's like Asian tacos or something like that. I will go to ChatGPT and be like, give me a recipe for 4 servings, 30 grams of protein, 7+ grams of fiber, 25 grams of fat, 30 grams of starchy carbs, and it'll give me a recipe. And then
Yeah.
I can also tweak it if I want. So I use both of those to help the meal planning as well.
Yeah. There's also things like stress management. I think there's like so many, like the Calm app. I don't use the Calm app, but the Calm app. I also use like
Headspace.
Moongate. Moongate is
Mhm.
great. It does all those different like, I don't know, frequency sounds like
Yeah.
brain. whatever noise. Love it. Great for stress management. That's another thing the Aura Ring does have is like the breath work one. There's so many like breath work apps you could do, meditation apps, devotion apps, whatever it is to be like, oh, I'm going to do stress management. I think that's a great thing to put on your phone because it is something you pick up every day and stress
Yeah.
management should be every day. So put something on your home screen, put it as a widget. Like if it's on a widget and it's right there, like I will do it.
Yes. Yeah. I have a lot of people that use Headspace. Another one that I recently found is D-Minder.
Mm.
So it's a health app. It's meant to optimize your vitamin D from sunlight exposure. Instead of just like
Oh,
telling you how sunny it is, it actually uses your location, the time of day, your skin type. Like you have to put in like, do you burn? Do you tan?
oh,
Do you
I'm
burn and
big.
then you tan? And it just a couple other factors to help estimate how much vitamin D your body is likely producing in real time. So when you're like a Missouri girl, we struggle with vitamin D a lot. So yeah, it can track vitamin D, gives you like a sun exposure timer, so it tells you when to go outside
I'm
for
doing
safe,
this.
effective vitamin D, and it's supposed to like alert you before you're at risk for a sunburn.
It's like I'm in Texas. It's like you've been outside 10 seconds. Go back.
Yes,
No, but that's so good to know. I
and
love
you can even put your like if you know your vitamin D levels, you can put that in there too.
it.
But yeah,
Mhm.
it's a great way to kind of naturally manage your vitamin D without just like over supplementing it.
I love it. We
So
should
that's so fun.
we should like come up with like a compilation of like all the apps that we know of and like
We
have
need an app for the apps.
we need an app for the apps because these are good ones. There's literally apps for everything now.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I feel like use it to your advantage, right? Like we use so much of our phone time and like random apps for like not very helpful stuff.
Yeah.
Think about if every app on your phone was helpful.
Hmm. Even like Spotify, like use that
Hmm.
for a podcast. Literally, you can type in insulin resistant and see what information is
Yeah.
out there. And I think anytime you're like working on weight loss, working on making yourself less insulin resistant, working on building muscle, whatever it is,
Hmm.
just kind of engulf yourself in it a little bit and just become educated and research it. I have one of my clients, she's got a very science-based mind and she loves to do like these deep dives. So we did an HTMA and she literally, after I gave her results, went into Spotify and was like, slow one metabolism and listen to all these podcasts. And it's the more you know, I think,
Hmm.
I mean, just knowledge is power.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even Spotify is a great resource for some podcasts. I mean,
Hmm.
probably if you're listening to this, you might be listening
On
from
Spotify.
Spotify.
I think we do have a lot of Spotify listeners, like when
Yes,
because
yeah.
it
I
tells
think it's our
us.
most popular.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like maybe we'll put together a list and we'll add it somewhere for you guys to have
Put
of
in the
like
show
all the
notes.
apps we use, what we like, what could be helpful. And then you can start transitioning into trying to use your phone in a more helpful way.
There we go.
It's classy. That was fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We hope this was helpful just to give you some new ideas on how picking up your phone can actually be beneficial, how to use it more wisely, how to help your health goals. And we'll put a maybe yeah, we'll put a list in the show notes and maybe we'll post it to the Instagram too. That's a good idea. We're working on being more active there. It's a
I
work in progress.
know.
But yes,
It'll be good. Yeah, we'll add it there. That'll be good. So I
yeah.
think this is helpful. I like it.
All right, everyone. Have a good rest of your week, and we will be back next week with a brand new episode.
Bye.
Bye.